In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King Jr. Here at The Product Boss, we have decided that we will not be muting our account. We will not be muting our podcast. Silence is not what this movement needs right now, the Black Lives Matter movement, but it also doesn't need our voices. Rather, we believe that the honor and privilege of having a platform will allow a place to amplify voices of our Black community. We promise to listen. We promise to share. We promise to donate. We promise to purchase from Black business owners. We promise to engage and participate in uncomfortable conversations to bring about change. We will not sit silent during this time. We will use our small platform to amplify voices, to share businesses, and to continue to support our diverse community. But this is still a time of COVID, and we promise to show up for our small business owners as they try and keep their businesses afloat. For all of you. And many of them are Black-owned businesses, and they also still have businesses to run. We will not abandon any of you now. This is not the time for silence. This is not the time for muting, but rather this is the time to amplify voices. And that is what we are committed to doing. We've always said this, and we'll say it again to all of you. You are not alone.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we help product-based businesses grow their sales and improve their strategies.
Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to my co-host and biz bestie, Minna Kunlo-Sitep, an Amazon guru that has built a multi-six-figure product-based business.
And introducing the other half of the Product Boss, Jacqueline Snyder. She has helped launch and grow over 500 fashion apparel and accessory brands, even one of her own.
And together, we share our inventory of secret weapons that will help you dig deep and do the work it takes.
Are you ready? Let's build together.
Welcome to a very special series sharing the stories of female Black-owned product business owners. We really want to thank these women for sharing their voices, their stories, and their businesses with this community. I'm your host, Jacqueline Snyder, with my co-host, Minna Kunlo-Sitep.
We're asking of our community to support each other. One positive way to take action is to buy from Black-owned businesses today and beyond. And outside of purchasing, make sure to follow, engage, and share their businesses.
Ready to listen? Let's jump in. Hello, everybody. Jacqueline and Minna here from the Product Boss Podcast, and we are super excited, delighted, and honored to have Shaunice Sasser on with us of Brown Girl Stationery. So welcome, Shaunice.
Thank you. Hi.
So we are doing this pretty quickly. So first, I just want to thank you for jumping on and doing this live with us that we are also going to put on the podcast. There has been, this is happening live in the time of this Black Lives Matter movement and the times of peaceful protests and all the other things that are happening on the streets. And we wanted to use our platform to amplify Black voices and especially Black female product business owners. So we are going to title this Black-owned biz voices. And we want to, one, highlight your business because your business is pretty incredible. And also just share your story, share the inception of your business and just chat with you for a bit. So thank you for being on.
Thank you.
So let's talk about who your business partner is first and foremost.
So my business partner is my 11-year-old daughter, Kamaria. She's in 7th grade right now. She's going to the 7th grade. So that's my business partner / boss.
And when did you start your business? Well, how old was she?
We started when she was 7. We came up with the idea over Christmas break. I just had surgery and I wanted to have a birthday party for her. And we kind of created a character for her birthday and we put it out on Instagram as a joke, like, hey, what would you name this character? And people started commenting. So I made a deal with Kamaria and I told her instead of spending money, I would invest and teach her how to make money. So I gave her $100. My mom gave us $29 for the Shopify site. And that's how we started it for her birthday.
Amazing. So tell us about Brown Girl Stationery, because people don't know it yet. So, and I know you have a few of the prints next to you. So just tell us a little bit about what the business is.
So we create school supplies and party supplies that target or highlight brown girls, just different. Like we have one girl, this is one of our most popular, who has vitiligo. Um, and so we try to highlight just the differences. We have a Black mermaid, and this is one of the Black educators. So we really wanted to increase the representation for brown girls with the school supplies so that when they go to school, they can see positive images on their notebooks and their book bags. Even with the home decor, we have a shower curtain too. But we really just wanted to have that representation for brown girls.
And we didn't even mention your background. You're a teacher, right?
Yes, I have been teaching. I just finished my ninth year of teaching. I teach English. I've taught ninth, 11th, 12th, 6th through 8th.
Oh, all the good
Amazing.
years.
All of them, yes. So yes, I'm a teacher.
And so that probably brings up a little bit of what the school supplies in education, right? Because you've sort of seen this void there. So do your students know about
Oh
Brown Girl
yeah,
Stationery?
my students know. My students have always even they helped inspire us with some of the collections. They are my first models when Kamaria doesn't want to model. They love it. We've had several of them. They love our notebooks. We actually did 1,300 notebooks for our school district last year for the STEM
Amazing.
summer camp. So my students love it. They love supporting us.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit of where you're currently selling.
Right now we use Shopify as our main platform. So that's pretty much where we've been selling. We use Instagram and Facebook to promote, but we sell on our platform in Shopify.
Amazing. All right. So let's start talking about some of the other things that are happening. So right now, you obviously have a product-based business that has been leaning into inclusion and where you saw a void in the market. And we just kind of want to get into that with you and listen to you. We really want to listen and understand and just sort of have you share what, share what you want to share because we asked you to come on because
we should mention that, Shaunice is in Georgia. So just some background on that. So,
yeah, I'm about 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. So I've definitely had the conversations with a lot of my teacher friends. I teach in a predominantly Black school district. So I've definitely, wanted to continue to create more products that really helped to inspire them, especially to have the conversations and be okay with being Black and, being represented. Recently, I made a post on Facebook just trying to get other educators to understand the importance of being the voice for our Black students. Just seeing people that aren't saying anything, but creating products on different websites that teach Black history, you should still have that same passion that if you're going to teach it and create resources, you should be able to speak out against the racism and be kind of that voice and use your platform to make sure that our brown kids and our Black kids feel represented and feel like they're loved.
So how have you felt about, we were talking about it, but how have you felt about the support that has kind of happened in the last few days versus support before? So you're predominantly Black community, your students are. Is there support that's coming to the school, or is it, I don't know your town well enough. So to kind of understand, because where I live, it's a very diverse community, but there's money here, right? So, but then I live, 10 minutes from Newark. So it's very different. So just to kind of understand the support that is coming to these students and what you're providing and how you feel about the response so far.
I love the response from my school district, honestly. We have an amazing superintendent that's vocal about making sure that our kids' voices are heard, making sure that our kids are continually represented everywhere. That's really how we were able to do the notebooks last year. Is they wanted, I teach at a STEM school, and we had a STEM summer camp. They wanted our students to be able to see Black and brown people in STEM on notebooks, on these school supplies. So the support is definitely there here. I think that's one of the things that I love about being in the Atlanta area is, the culture and just having our voices heard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. And your daughter is definitely a leader as well, and creating products. What was it that made you think that I'm going to teach her how to create a product? Was it, what brought that out in you both?
Um, well, when I was diagnosed with having a desmoid tumor, and it's very rare. 1 in 1,000 people get it. So I found out in Halloween that I had a tumor. I had to have surgery Christmas Eve. And so through that time, I wasn't able to work. And as a teacher, you don't work, there's no money coming in. And I really had to tap into my design background to make money. And so I never wanted her to be in that position to where if something ever happens, tap back into what things you're naturally gifted at. So that's really how we started doing the product. Like we just tapped into what we worked so well together, and we tapped into kind of, what we love to do. So that's how I wanted her to start something that she was passionate about. And then also I wanted her to start something that solved a problem. I'm very big as a teacher, don't complain about something and not have a solution. So we didn't see products out there for brown girls. You need to create the solution.
Yeah. So did you as a young girl have any role models, any, Black women, any business owners that because to be an entrepreneur, we always talk about this, is just risky in general, right? Especially a product-based business with all the cash out for inventory. So was there anyone for you as a young person that you looked to that exemplified this or kind of set the pace that like you could do this as well?
Not necessarily they were entrepreneurs, but I would definitely say I was influenced by my grandparents. My parents were in the Army, so I grew up sometimes with my grandparents, and my grandfather went to North Carolina A&T the year that it opened. And he, was very, very, had a very strong opinion about making sure that you got your education, because his family, he said that they were poor, they were farmers, and A&T was $75 a year for him to go to. He went on to be a chef on the train. My grandmother also worked as a nurse. So education for them was, this is how you're going to make a difference in other people's lives. So that was probably my biggest influence to do more with my life.
Education.
Yes, I love that. And what is some advice that you could give the teachers out there now, or everybody, not just the teachers, but educators, especially too, since they have that power to amplify young voices and influence them? What would you give for their advice of handling everything that's happening now? What could they do to take action?
Definitely not be afraid to say something. I think sometimes as a teacher, even when we're social media teachers and influencers, don't be afraid to mess up your brand's aesthetic to get your point across. You can't be afraid of losing followers. You can't be afraid of that, because at the end of the day, we speak for the children that we represent, and we want our children to feel loved, to feel supported, and we want our children to understand that we're there through the pain. It's a difficult conversation, but we have to get comfortable with having difficult conversations.
It's true. And I love that you as a woman and as a mother model for your daughter, that if she wants to make money, she could make money and she can come up with something. I think it's something that Minna and I try and instill in our kids too. Cause we've always that's making our own money has been our path in a way to freedom or whatever choices we want to make as well. So I love that you're instilling that in your daughter. And then what we really want you to do is share with everybody how they can buy from you. If you want to tell us a little bit more about like what the actual products are that you have and how we can support you right now.
Okay.
And in the future, actually, always.
Yeah, always.
Always.
You can purchase on browngirlstationery.com. We sell notebooks. We sell notepads, backpacks, shower curtains, bedspreads. We're also launching, I did a tester last year in my classroom. I did classroom border. and the bulletin board paper. So
That's
we
cool.
are going to do that this year for school supplies, and then more birthday supplies. So we'll be adding those in the next couple weeks. So I think that's everything. Oh, umbrellas and yeah.
I saw a blanket last night too.
I know. I love the blanket. We sell the blankets. So yeah, we just started selling the bathing suits too.
And I wanted to say that because you said that you actually bought your daughter 2 commercial printers, right? That you guys are making a lot of this at home.
Yes, we make all of the notebooks at home and the notepads at home.
Yeah. So it's like if she gets an order, she not only has to fill it, but she has to make it.
Because since she's on vacation, she's not getting her 100%. She is down to 30%. So
Mom is doing it.
Yeah, I have to fulfill it. I'm taking my extra cut. But yeah, she stays on me because she has a Shopify app on her phone. So
I love the extra cut part. Like, I love that you guys are really doing this like business partners.
Yeah.
Clean cut.
I also love that her vacation right now is with her grandparents, because I do feel like that influences all of us in some way, shape, or form. And it influenced you to be around your grandparents. So that's a wonderful, it's like a vacation, but I'm sure she's learning a ton too.
Yeah, she just didn't want to do mommy school anymore. She said mommy school doesn't give breaks. But yes, she's actually been learning how to cook and bake. My mom bakes. My mom does a lot of work on the side. She's retired, but my mom is making masks. My mom loves to bake cakes. So Kamari is learning how to do all of that right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Math and science right there.
Yes, everything STEM. I love it.
Well, I have to say thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're busy and there's a lot happening, but we are so excited about your brand. And as mothers of daughters, we're going to make our kids work after this. We're like, you want something? You got to go make something and sell it.
That's our favorite part.
No, I love it. It's very much a part of how we are. So thank you again. We are going to share your website and your Instagram handle. And we ask that all of you also support you guys and support them by following them, from purchasing from them, and for
sharing them. Thanks so much, Shaunice. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Before you go, we want to continue to amplify Black voices and share your business with more people. If you're a Black-owned business or you want to share one, head over to Instagram at The Product Boss, where we have an extensive list. It's also linked in our show notes. And this is also a great place to support and purchase from Black-owned businesses, not only today, but always.